Hey, what's happening? Happy Tuesday to everybody. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I came across a story. I wish I could do one of these stories every single day. It's a good, uplifting story. I love this story. And it has to do with the whole Let's Go Brandon chant. Go figure. It's a positive spin on that Let's Go Brandon chant. Before I get into that, I didn't do a video yesterday. I was actually waiting, besides for being busy on the 4th of July, I was waiting to see if I was going to be right or wrong on my prediction that Trump was going to announce his candidacy for president for 2024. And thank God, I was wrong. I don't know if I've ever been happier that I was wrong in my life. It doesn't make me feel all that much better because I think it's coming, but I was wrong. I read it wrong. You know what? The one thing that made me happy is that my mind doesn't work like Donald Trump's, apparently. Because I was trying to get in his head, and I kind of figured he was going to announce his candidacy for, and I'm glad that I don't think like him. That actually occurred to me yesterday. All right. There was an incident. I have to be careful how I say this. Near Chicago, with apparently it was a Trump supporter is the top suspect, a Q-loving Trump supporter. I'll put the link to that in. I really don't want to talk much more about that. I don't know what there is to say. This stuff just keeps going on and on, happening on and on. But Robert Crimo the third, there's a video of him on his own site with a big Trump flag, watching Trump's motorcade go by. Apparently some Trump supporters think that this is a false flag, but seeing as that this guy calls himself Awake, the rapper. Awake is kind of a Q nut thing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a Q nut Trump supporter. What is there to say about that? It just continues on in this country. Okay, that being said, let's move on to a good story. Okay, so let's go Brandon chant. Okay, Brandon Brown. You guys know the background of this. I'm sure it's been around long enough. We've all had to stomach this for long enough. Brandon Brown, NASCAR driver. He was talking to an announcer. The crowd, the Trump-loving crowd, not all NASCAR fans. I'm a NASCAR fan. Not all of them are Trump supporters, but they were shouting F Joe Biden. And the announcer thought they were saying, let's go Brandon. That's where this whole thing came from, all right? Anyway, there is a little black boy, 8 years old, autistic. And he was on vacation in Houston, Texas, I believe from Minnesota. And he saw these signs. Let's go Brandon. His name is Brandon Brundage. 8 years old, autistic boy. And he thought that these signs were signs encouraging him that he could do things. Seriously. So his mother was amazed because he started taking swimming lessons, learning how to swim, taking the training wheels off his bicycle. And then Brandon talked about putting these signs in his front yard. Now his mother, Shaletta Bundrich, was definitely not a Trump supporter and not in favor. That's when she realized that Brandon was under the impression that these signs in Houston that are meant to be derogatory towards Joe Biden, that this little 8-year-old autistic boy thought that they were encouragement and actually work to make his life, to make him go out and not be scared to try things. I almost teared up reading this story. It gets even better. Brandon Brown, the actual NASCAR driver. I'll put that picture on my thumbnail for this video. He went to see the boy, sat with him, and Shaletta Brundage writes children's books, and she actually wrote a book. Brandon Sees His Sign. That's the name of the book, and it's about this uplifting story. about this 8-year-old black little autistic boy that saw these Let's Go Brandon signs and thought they were about him, and encouraged it and got him out of his shell to try new things. I love this story, man. I wish I could do these stories every single day. I wish I could find just one story like this every day, and that's all I would do. Instead of, now you see why I don't want to talk about the other stuff, like what I talked about before. Brandon Brown, the NASCAR driver, actually had a picture just in his race, the America race. I forgot what it was called. Saturday NASCAR race. Brandon Brown, his car actually featured the cover of Shaletta Brundage's children's book. Brandon Sees a Sign. I actually had the cover of that book on the hood of his NASCAR vehicle. Unfortunately, I don't think Brandon Brown did too good in that race, but that's besides the point. That's neither here nor there. It's a great story. Like I said, I wish I could do one of these stories every single day. It's a great story, and I'll just leave you with that, and I'll talk more about the other stuff some other time. You guys have a great Tuesday.